Hello everybody, I'm here for the Hammer Game channel. Welcome back to the 1000 Week Reich and to my French State playthrough, where in the last episode, Jacques Doriet took control of the nation after there was chaos in the capital following the death and assassination of Weigard. So we're now going to do La Mise à Passe, the French term for the German Gleichschaltung under our new popular state. Every citizen, politician, and soldier must work as one unendingly towards the glory and prosperity of everyone as one. We shall end the factionalist bickering and sabotage by German lapdogs at once. Yes, learned from the march on Rome performed by Mussolini years ago, Jacques Doriet has took the incident as example, initiating his video march on Paris, gathering his fascist forces in an attempt to pressure the government to name Doriet and his fascist party as the ruling body of the French state. While Doriet's march was halted by the officers, the police stood down by allowing Doriet and his supporters to march into the government quarters, effectively overthrowing the government in a quick motion, using the mysteries around Weigard's assassination as a scapegoat to provide legitimacy for the new fascist regime of France. Oh yes, we are indeed fascists as well now. So if only Mussolini was still kicking around. Nope, Giuseppe Saragat is here, social democracy. And obviously now the world is burning. It's burning! The world is burning. It is on fire. Right, so we are just going to enjoy the Serbian Civil War. The Socialist Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. Okay, Tito. Okay. How many divisions you got? 4 to 8, 2 to 8. Interesting conflict. More wars are breaking out. Just waiting for the big one, the Civil War in Germany. Can still continue to actually sort things out. We are hella in the negative political power here. Okay, Doriet has declared that the Mise à Passe, if that's correct, how I have correct pronunciation. France has always had enemies who seek to destroy it. These forces are easily seen. They are the Jews, the Freemasons, and the Communists. Marshal Pétain and his National Revolution had tried to expel them from the French nation, but had not gone far enough. Anti-French forces have succeeded in infiltrating Vichy. And as the journalist Claude Jantet said, Vichy is teaming with Jews and Masons. Except that we are now in power, and as the Germans did with their Gleichschaltung, we shall do with our Mise à Passe. We get political power, yay. Cool. So we've got Purge the Ultras, incorporate the Technocrats. These are all of... Okay. Nice, they're all events. Okay, 35 days. Weigard's bootlickers unfortunately did not disperse like the rats they are upon his death. The military clans loyal to Marshal Pétain, still holding gross influence in France, will have to wipe them out once and for all. Wait, I'm sorry, the who? Who are you? You don't have a tree, so I don't really care. Everything is exploding. Just the way we like it. Look at that flippin' mess in here. Oh well, we'll just enjoy the peace and the good times. Could really do with actually getting off a civilian economy. Okay. Population, nice. The French Renaissance. The French Rebirth. Nice, some stability. That's actually pretty nice looking. Consumer goods, not so great, but you know, it's still fine. France is back. I can't wait to tear up the second armistice. Let's put it in the bin. Hopefully it doesn't pee off the Germans too much. Right, so the armored personnel's fine. Main battle tank's fine. That's all fine, not too interested in that. Improved anti-tank. Cool. The rest of Nogues and his partisans. Charles Nogues, I'm just going to call him Charles, General of the Army, with experience in Morocco, his loyalty to Marshal Pétain and General Weigand, and especially for his total ideological submission to the National Revolution, was perceived as a protege of Weigand. He is formed in Paris around the former head of state, a clan made up largely of officers nicknamed the Military Clan, With the takeover of the PPF by Doriet, Charles is now a danger in addition to being totally useless, because the whole of the French army is loyal to the government and to Doriet. Eliminating this clan will allow us to reshuffle the military, silence officers, and strategically place our men to ensure full control of the PPF over the military. Fantastic, the divided military is now gone. Or it should be. It's not gone. It's still there. Unification group. Oh, another Romania. Yeah, I swear that said get rid of divided military. Why is it still here then? You should be gone. Oh, I didn't even read this one. Oh, but that's gonna be it again. French militia. Oh god, the military coup is actually happened in Germany straight away. Its most important apparatus in the French state is a veritable paramilitary army built on the model of German SA, as a sword of our national revolution on the model of the German SA, a sword of the national revolution. Control of it is essential, although the PPF has its own paramilitary force, the Service d'Ordre, SO. Many of the SO are in the militia, and the ideological connections between the militia and the PPF are numerous. For the future of France, the militia must remain loyal. Militia for the future of the new France by Doriet must be his most loyal device. So the Greater German Reich is already controlled by Manstein. It's not going to save them from the chaos that is about to ensue. And Horthy has resigned because he's incompetent. And Banat has been defeated very quickly that time. It looks like Tito is about to lose as well. And Albania is also... Oh, they've changed colour. They're still a puppet of the... No, they're not. They've got their independence. That's why they're not the same colour. And music stopped again because we'd really want to listen to March of Eagles. Right, nice. We've upgraded you. Should probably trade some tungsten in from the Portuguese. Continue on the land doctrine. Actually, no. Wait, 128 days. That isn't even that bad. Why is the divided military here? I thought I said it was gone. Right. At 7 AM today in the Chateau de Chambord, Doriet, accompanied by Head of State Admiral Darlan, met the Secretary General of the Militia, Joseph Darnand, his staff, and all the other departmental heads. Darlan and Doriet know each other well, since the current militia leader was between 1936 and 1938 a member of the PPF, which he had left to join the cowl. During his day, Jacques Doriet made a 2-hour speech to praise the French militia, its leader. French militia, its leader. In this speech, Doriet called for deepening ties between new powers, the main points having already been discussed between the General Staff of the militia and the Directory of the PPF. Doriet listed them before officials of the militia not informed. As the day progressed, the meeting became a rally of Doriet, arriving at the points which stipulate the automatic adhesion of all the militiamen old and new to the PPF. She finishes his speech by Doriet salute, and Dornan gets up to return it, accompanied a second later by the rest of his officials. The militia loyal to Doriet. Ah, perfect. And we got some political power for that. Grant. New police oath. Let's go ahead and incorporate the Technocrats. The Technocrats, whilst destabilising the party with their bickering, ultimately have both noble intentions and goals. As such, they still have a place in our chief's new France. We will just have to gently remind them who's ultimately in charge now. It's Doriet. Doriet's in charge. That is what we have to remember. He is the boss. He is the boss. And there's no way we can change that. He is here to stay. I didn't realise he's actually quite a useful guy. Actually, we don't have... you could probably be better. First thing I'm definitely doing though is... changing that. The Hungarian Kingdom's gone, so the Slovak Republic's probably going to get killed. Yep, Yugoslavia died. Goodbye, Tito. And the Germans got crushed in Ukraine. Right, perfect. Let's get the flamethrowers. Greater Syria has declared war on Israel, which will probably mean they'll end up at war with everybody in that region. How has this civil war still not happened? Are you not going to have a civil war? Surely you should. Ah! Ah! There it is. So, Spear's in charge. Okay. Okay. Dubious figure. Okay, okay, well, at least the Civil War's here, and the Ukrainian Civil War has begun. And we no longer have a demilitarized zone. Fantastic. That's perfect. Perfect. Right, on the advice of the former Normalian, whatever that is, a very influential statesman, Pierre Pichu, Jacques Doriet gave a speech at the École Normale Supérieure, the very prestigious French public higher education establishment from which the present administrators of the French state emerged. It is here, Doriet said in his speech, that a new elite will come out of our new France, promising that all of the students of this school will be the leaders of the popular state which is emerging, and merits will be rewarded. By making this speech, Jacques Doriet enlists the support of a group of very influential people who are interested in these promises of the advent of a new modern state. Doriet, the first administrator, changing popularity of 2% for fascism. Fantastic. Purge the ultras. Yes, can they bugger off with the March of the Eagles, man? Seriously. The ultras cling too much to the foreign and heinous ideas of the Germans. Their inability to compromise and work towards this new era of French greatness makes them, unfortunately, a liability. As such, we must make them understand that they have no place anymore in the halls of power, either by word or by the barrel of a gun. Yep, that seems about like the best approach. Just walk up to them with a gun and just, put them down. I should probably have these guys exercising so I can get some army experience, because we're gonna need that to actually sort out the army. I'm gonna have to make a whole new template. That sucks. That also sucks. I might actually keep this and just change it slightly by adding cavalry instead. And there's Baltic Confederation, there's Poland, and everyone's stepping up. It's all breaking away now. Up, and the Union State of Norway is being invaded by the UK once again. Hungary is probably going to go for the Slovak Republic, surely. Ukraine. Croatia is probably actually going to get their independence here. Well, they're going to keep their independence, rather. Iceland, Civil War. Right. Today at 6 PM, the head of the government, Jacques Doriet, and the head of the National Popular Rally and the head of the National Revolutionary Front, Marcel Diet, met in a Parisian restaurant. Two men knew each other and hate each other. During the occupation and the war, the two figures competed for the post of leader of the Ultras, name given to the Parisian supporters of the German National Socialist model and of the anti-Soviet war. After the conflict, Doriet moved away from this group to take a more German-o-sceptic position, but now Doriet is in power and Diet expects a place in the government. The discussions took place behind closed doors and nobody knows how the discussion went. At the end of the evening, Diet came out looking annoyed, when suddenly, while he was preparing to return to his hotel, an unidentified man fired 5 shots at him. Diet died the next day at the Hotel du Hospital. The rest of the figures from the RNP and the FNR were launched across France. Ah, fantastic. So Diet is dead. And a new police off. Chief Doriet is not just a new head of state, but shall be, for the foreseeable future, the very heart of the nation. Whilst the Marshal acts as its mighty soul, we shall assist the new generations of the police with his noble belief by making them swear an oath to not just the French popular state, but also personally to Marshal Pétain and Chief Doriet. Okay. So, once we've done the new police oath, we then grab everything in the party. Syria invades the Arab Federal Republics. And then National and Popular Revolution. I think we have to do all the following. We do need to do all the following before we can do that. That is fine. Again, we have so many events. It's actually fantastic. The Mediterranean Atlantic axis. What the hell is this? What? The US, French, and Italian flag. That could be a very, very interesting super alliance. Germany then would not stand a bloody chance. But then again, Italy has some of our lands. So, I don't care if you're a democracy. You can get in the bloody bin. You can get in the bin. Yeah, this is going very well for the SS right off the bat. Polish Home Armies won. Crisis in Poland, so now we have those two fighting each other. We'll see who wins that. Oh, Jesus. The National Police Force is one of the jewels of the Marshall's Revolution, centralizing and coordinating a police force that was to decentralize under the Republic. This police force is one of the foundations of the French state, and its effectiveness is only equalled by its loyalty. Doriet knows the police are with him, and to remind them of their duty to him, the chief designed a new oath. As in 1942, a new official ceremony took place for the police, during which 3,000 delegates from the Paris Guard, National Police, and the police headquarters met in the Great Hall of the Palace de Chilot under the presidency of Jean Bassompierre, a new Minister of the Interior. After the bands play, the oath is taken in these terms. I swear loyalty to the head of state in everything he commands in the interest of service, public order, and for the good of the fatherland. I swear loyalty to the person of Chief Jacques Doriet in the interest of the new social order, the salvation of the French people's state, and of the national and social revolution. To which all the police officers present responded by raising their arms and saying, I swear. Viva Darlin, viva Doriet, viva Bassompierre. So 5 stability, 50 political power, nice. We need that political power. And the PPF's police, which grants damage to the garrisons minus 10%. Nice. Right. Next, we have everything in the party. With the two largest factions taken care of, we finally unite the party under our vision. We just have to sway the independents, either like the Technocrats or the Ultras, and we can truly march towards the future of a bright and strong France as one. Good. And basically, if anybody doesn't want to join up with us, we can just kill them. It's still interesting that we are just an authoritarian system. I thought maybe we'd be a dictatorship. Not a fanatical one, because, you know, we're not insane like Heinz over here. This guy's a insane one. But, you know, just a dictatorship. Because we are fascist, after all. Right, sheet metal receivers. Do we want to upgrade our CAS? Where is the CAS? There is. Good. The Slovak Republic didn't actually get invaded, which I'm quite shocked by. Oh well. Iron Guard clashes. Anything going on? Where are you up to? Economic confusion. Anti-communist front. They're not communist anymore, you fool. The Prague Uprising. The Czechs are here. Oh, you son of a... Right, I can actually read it this time without clicking it all the way. It's done. One of the flagship features of the Missi a Pass is completed. Adapting Mussolini's maxim, everything in the party, nothing inside the party, nothing against the party, is now prohibited to form a political party. Any association must be in direct link with the French People's Party, and the French People's Party is now the only legal party in the following terms. The French Popular Party, launched in 1936 to bring together all the French people, must now do so going in the direction of the indivisibility of the French nation. Its people are now indivisible and embodied by the French People's Party, the party of all French people. Associations of the model of the organs of the German NSDAP will be formed around the PPF. Doriet, who wanted to be the French Führer, signs one of the political actions which will remain long in the history of France. Just changes our popularity. Okay, I guess it was too bad that I kind of missed it the first time there. France is beaten and bloodied, reduced to but an extension of the Reich. Few would think of the glory of our past empires looking at us now. Chief Doriet is committed to changing that, however. Like a phoenix from the ashes, we will rise and eclipse all of Europe, even the Reich, with our brilliance. Soon the name France shall inspire respect and fear once more. Perfect. I like the direction we're heading in, and I really hope the German Civil War goes on until I am ready to invade people. Umberto is still here. Okay, okay, cool. We do only have divided military. Shouldn't even be here. We should be. That should be gone. Should be gone. I swear this got rid of it. Oh, come on, get to France's back and I'm gonna be flipping having a party. Oh, Swiss have risen up. Ah, here we go. Right, what do I want? I kind of want to work down to this first, so we'll probably do a negotiation with the RFL. The RFL, despite our differences, ideological-wise, can be unlike the spectre of Bolshevism, still be reasoned, and more importantly, be of use. To crush the Red Menace, truly, once and for all, we shall negotiate a compromise, mutually beneficial to all. Interesting way of going about it. Doriet announces a national and popular revolution. This is the last great act of the Messiah Pass. Our country, France, is the country of revolutions. After the Great Revolution of 1789, after the Revolution of 1848, the Revolution of the Communards of 1871, and the National Revolution of 1940, our chief Doriet launches a national and social popular revolution. In a riveting speech of 4 hours, a 4-hour-long speech, seriously, Jacques Doriet explains why all the revolutions failed. Because they separated the social and national questions instead of merging them and infusing them with a popular character. Now France will change, and at the same time, regain its deep historical roots. The Marshal's work is now magnified by the revolution of Chief Doriet, and soon France will find its laurels. Prepare yourself, France. Doriet is here. He bloody indeed is. I can't wait to do this on the foreign policy. Some of these are taking a little bit longer to complete this. What, 63 days? What a random amount of days. The foot of regime. Okay. Benelux revolution's on the way now as well. It's getting interesting. That's an interesting wee pocket that's stuck up there. They can take it back, surely. Oh, there goes Norway again. Norway is gone. Are they getting puppeted? They're the Arch-Traditional Authority of Norway. Keller Emmerich Rocky. Oh, they're... Okay, the US now has control of them. You know, just the usual. Right, so I think we'll end today's episode with the negotiations with the RFL. I think that's a good place to leave it. The Czech resistance has been defeated. Well, that is disappointing. Let's move you up there. We don't really need you down there. And the Polish Home Army's won there. I want this to go on for as long as possible. Military coup in Perm. Nikolai Kuznetsov. Okay, Vorkuta incident, the Perm uprising, the days grow shadow. Wait, I'm sorry? This is the Gulag. What the hell? Vampires and night. What the hell is happening here? I don't understand how that's happened, but you know what? Cool. From March Eagles again. So we're into 1954 now. Everything is kind of proceeding in a nice fashion. I was going to say, why are you sitting on my border? But you are sitting on theirs, so it's cool. You start off so well. I feel like as soon as you lose Brussels, you kind of die. You are taking my territory now. This is not your territory. Wow. In a radio broadcast, Radio Paris, then renamed to Radio Nation, Jacques Doriet made a sensational appeal. The war is over. I must sincerely greet the resistance fighters. Now is the time for national reconciliation. This call to free French resistance, RFL, wasn't unheard because it directly concerned them. Since Doriet pointed out the difference between Stalinist terrorists and honest resistance fighters, A secret exchange launched between the heads of the RFL and the government. The agreements provided a total amnesty for the guerrillas in exchange for a total deposition of arms. Reconciliation and peace, France needs it. Wow, so we just have peace now. So we're just going to have to deal with the communists. Cool. France is part of the Reich. Denounces war reparations. Ah, in ages past, France was one of the great powers of Europe and the world. Under Napoleon, even dominating all the latter proper. With the weakness and decadence of the Republicans, France became weak and easily collapsed into the Hunnic assault. Now France is once more strong and achieved Doriet. We shall show those pretenders who the true master of Europe is. And we will do that next episode, because I'm afraid we're out of time. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I shall be back very soon for another episode. Until then, take care. Cheer bye. The now.